a traveler's dream come true, a trip to one of the world's most fascinating destinations. You're about to spend 3 perfect days experiencing the romance, culture, restaurants, nightlife, and history of a world-class city, Honolulu, Hawaii. But your time is precious, so your itinerary has been planned by the one person sophisticated travelers trust, a savvy local who has created a real insider's experience. Let's get ready to spend 3 perfect days in Honolulu. Back and relax. Without leaving your chair, you get to travel the world and no jet lag. I'm Lauren Hutton, and welcome. Based on the popular series of articles in the award-winning Hemispheres magazine, you are off on a handheld, hour-by-hour experience that lets you put your finger on the pulse of Honolulu for 3 wonderful days, as envisioned by Honolulu lifestyle writer Rita Ariyoshi. Way out in the middle of blue nowhere, further from any landmass than any place else on planet Earth, out where no land should reasonably be expected, much less a major metropolis, Honolulu rises from the waves like an apparition. With its skyscrapers, baseball diamonds, suburbs, and freeways, it is at once incredible, beautiful, and absurd. The city dominates the island of Oahu and the state of Hawaii, of which it is the capital. Yet everything built by people, every structure on the rainbow-crowned skyline is dwarfed by the natural setting, the towering Kulau Mountains, and a sea whispering the blues in 100 hues. 3 days in Honolulu, to be perfect, must be a mix of the human and divine, outdoors and in, fancy and realistic, with sometimes fuzzy borders, and that's what you're in for. Your guide for this wonderful occasion is our hula mama, Mary Diltz. We'll be right back with day 1.
Big splashes, squeaky clicks, built-in grins. The Dolphin Patrol is on wake-up rounds.
Aloha. Rise and shine, and welcome to Honolulu. I'm Mary Diltz. You've got a divine suite at the Kahala Mandarin Oriental Hotel, right in the Dolphin Lagoon. This elegant old hotel recently underwent a $75 million renovation.
The result is an oceanfront oasis perfect for your stay. And you get a canopy bed swagged in muslin, vintage Hawaiian furnishings, and an isolated quiet cove with a beach only 5 minutes from the clamor of Waikiki in Kahala, Honolulu's most exclusive residential neighborhood.
The lagoon has a walkway around it, and the dolphins live right here. Maka, Hoku, and Kaiko'o, she's the youngest, participate in an educational feeding and training program at 11, 2, and 4 daily. And thanks to your new dolphin pals, you're up early enough for a walk.
Go to the right to Kahala Beach Park. It's a long swath of white sand and clear water. If you decide on an impromptu swim, look for lighter blue water, indicating a sandy rather than bumpy coral bottom.
You've earned the right to indulge in the breakfast buffet at the Plumeria Beach Cafe in your hotel. Eating outside, just a few yards from the tranquil surf of Mauna Loa Bay, you're struck by the serenity and uniqueness of the setting. Planning your day is easy in Honolulu. Orientation for traveling about the island is not to the 4 points of the compass, but it's Mauka, toward the mountains, then Makai, which is toward the sea, and Diamond Head, in the direction of Diamond Head, or Ewa, the opposite of Diamond Head. You don't have to rent a car, but it gives you more flexibility, and with good signage, it's easy to get around. There's also a good bus system, and of course taxis. However, they don't cruise and will need to be called.
Start day 1 with a walking tour of some of downtown Honolulu's historic sites.
Mission Houses Museum, where I am now, comprises 3 original buildings of the Sandwich Islands mission. In 1819, the first Christian Hawaiian, Henry Opukahai'a, inspired Protestant missionaries from New England to come to Hawaii. The frame of their 1821 salt box house was shipped around the Horn. The other houses were constructed of coral blocks hewn from a nearby reef. It was here that the Hawaiian language was first put into written form. And today, visitors can see a working printing press and tour the restored houses. Across the street to Kauaiahau Church, Hawaii's oldest. It was finished in 1842. It too is constructed of coral block, exhaustingly collected from the sea. Divers worked in 10 to 20 feet of water, laboriously chipping free the blocks of coral with sharp-toothed chisels. And eventually, 14,000 slabs were hauled to their final destination. This was where Christian Hawaiian royalty worshipped under majestic royal feather standards. Hawaiian language services are still held here. Proceeding downtown on King Street, walk past City Hall and the State Library to the restored Ali'iolani Hale. In front of the Hale stands the gilded figure of Kamehameha I, the king who unified the islands. Kamehameha looks toward Iolani Palace, built by King Kalakaua in the 1880s. The beautiful edifice gleams with rare native hardwoods and is furnished in Victorian opulence. In the Blue Room, Queen Liliuokalani, Hawaii's last monarch, realized that the monarchy would come to an end after her cabinet ministers refused to sign a new constitution. The new government paved the way for eventual annexation to the United States. A statue of Liliuokalani stands between the palace and the state capitol on Baratania Street. A short walk further on gets you to lunch at a great local's favorite, Indigo, tasty and light Eurasian cuisine. Ask to be seated outdoors and go for an array of appetizers.
With favorites like Chinese gindoi, goat cheese wontons with 4 fruit sauce, lumpia wrapped shrimp with chipotle aioli, and lemongrass chicken brochettes with indigo peanut sauce. Who needs an entree?
As you can see that when you come in to eat Indigo, you'll find a wide variety of things from both the East and the West. And then blending the two together, I've come up with a wonderful food that's fun, that's easy to eat, and it's really, really unusual.
Spend the first part of the afternoon wandering through a Hawaiian garden. Lion Arboretum is deep in the green folds of the Ko'olau Mountains, a short drive from downtown. Even though you're walking through a tropical rainforest, it might get a little cool, so be sure to bring a sweater.
Before heading back to your hotel, stop off at the acclaimed Honolulu Academy of Arts, where 30 galleries and a cafe are arranged around 6 unique courtyards. The museum is internationally recognized for the excellence and diversity of its holdings. With us today is Rita Ariyoshi, author of the Hemispheres magazine article, 3 Perfect Days in Honolulu. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Rita, what is the Honolulu experience?
To me, it's the most wonderful city in the world. We've got that beautiful ocean out there, the dramatic Ko'olau Mountains. I can be walking in a rainforest in 10 minutes from the heart of the city. I can swim at the beach every single morning. And yet we've got wonderful culture here. East meets West. We've got Kabuki theater and French Impressionists at the Art Academy. We've got everything.
Tell us about the Hawaiian people and how they have an effect on the visitor's experience.
We're very blessed that the Hawaiians are the host culture here. The very word aloha means alo is in the presence of, and ha is the breath of life, which is God. So when I greet you with aloha, I am saying that you and I stand together in the presence of God. And just imagine if we had global aloha.
It was an old Port of Honolulu tradition to fire a cannon to end the workday. Hawaiians call it pauhana, meaning work over, time to relax. In today's Honolulu, there's no better way to relax than dinner on the ocean. Tonight, you take a short cruise along the coast aboard the Navatek, enjoying great views and wonderful food. As the Hawaiians say, tonight, ho'onanea.
The advanced technology of Navitec 1 provides a smooth ride on the ocean and gives you a stable platform to conga with the band. It's still early, you're at the harbor, so why not stop at Duke's, a popular local night spot. The place is named after Hawaii's greatest athlete, Duke Kahanamoku, who is acknowledged as the father of modern-day surfing. It's a great way to bring your first perfect day to a close.
What cafe au lait is to France, dim sum breakfast is to Asia. At Sea Fortune in Honolulu's Chinatown, waitresses come by wheeling carts stacked with steaming bamboo baskets of delicacies. Oh, that smells great. These delicate dumplings are stuffed with such things as scallops and chives, spicy pork hash, or, my favorite, taro gak balls. Go crazy. Have everything. It's hard to spend more than $15 for 2 people. After breakfast, you're off for a morning walk through Chinatown. 1 block down is the Oahu Market, and you should start there. You'll see why.
Aloha. Welcome to Chinatown. I'm going to take a break right now and kind of show you around. There's some special places around here, places that you should see when you get here. Like, for example, the Oahu Market. Here, this is where I work. It's kind of like the center of everything. It's kind of a crazy place at times, but in a good way. There's a lot of fresh food here every single day, and there's a lot of loud haggling over the abundance of fresh fish and exotic produce. And in the air, there's kind of like a distinctive smell. Ginger, spices, and flowers. Now this is the Shang Chung Wen Chinese cake shop, where they have bins full of candied fruit, such as these. There's papaya, dried papaya, and dried lotus. Very tasty. Lin Feng's window will tempt you with their custard pies and peanut rice squares. Always my first stop in the morning on my way to work. Morning. This is Phuc Sao Tong, authentic Chinese herb shop. They're kind of like the pharmacy here in Chinatown. Got lots of herbs and roots in drawers and big jars. My friends here can tell you what everything is for. I'm sorry, but I can't. Now, if you don't mind, I have to get back to work. I really hope you enjoy your stay here. Bye.
After your Chinatown tour, you're headed for lunch on the windward side of the island. It's just a bit out of town, but worth the drive. You head up the Pali Highway, and on the way, stop at the Nu'uanu Pali Overlook, called by Mark Twain, the most beautiful view in the world.
Your lunch reservation is in Kailua at the funky beach restaurant Buzz's Steakhouse. The sea grape tree that grows through the porch is about 75. Buzz's is 36.
You're having plated sashimi and mai tais to start. Salads are the order of the day: chicken Caesar and scampi.
The reason Honolulu and the Hawaiian Islands are one of the major tourist destinations in the world is a matter of geography and wind. This island chain was formed when volcanoes exploded upwards from the cracks in the Earth's crust. These volcanoes just happened to be very near the equator, smack dab in the center of the Pacific Ocean and equidistant from all the major landmasses. This bathes Hawaii in warm Pacific breezes called trade winds. The air turns cool over the island peaks, draping them in lush vegetation while beaches shimmer below. The temperature doesn't vary here more than 5 degrees all year. And that temperature, ever since the beginning of time, just happens to be pretty close to paradise for us humans.
Back in the city, you stop at the Bishop Museum, which houses the world's largest collection of Hawaiian and Pacific artifacts and natural history specimens. This is a collection of kahili that mark the presence of a chiefly person.
Charles Bishop founded the museum as a memorial to his wife, Princess Bernice Pauahi Bishop, the last direct descendant of King Kamehameha I.
The childless bishops recognized the need to preserve the cultural heritage of Hawaii and agreed that the princess's invaluable personal belongings would become the nucleus of a museum. Now, the treasure trove of human history and the art of the Pacific.
One last stop before the hotel. It's another spectacular view worth the effort, the Aloha Tower. Take the elevator to the observation deck and sigh over the city. The whole tower complex, once only a port of entry for luxury cruise ships, is now a bright and breezy waterfront attraction with restaurants and shops.
Wow, is that ever neat?
Martin & MacArthur is known for furniture crafted in fine native Hawaiian hardwoods. Hula Prints carries reasonably priced island art reproductions. Back at the hotel, your room is a welcome sight for a quick breather or a short nap. Then enjoy a refreshing swim in the pool before you dress for dinner. Dinner is a unique occasion. You're at one of the oldest hotels in Waikiki, the Royal Hawaiian, for one of the oldest traditions in the islands, the festive celebration known as the Luau. Great food, served buffet style, and an exciting show keep you enthralled for 2 glorious hours.
You're up early, you've had your walk, and you're breakfasting at Hautri Lanai in the new Otani Hotel in Waikiki. Thank you. In this unique setting, under the very same trees that author Robert Louis Stevenson recommended to his readers decades ago, you're having a hearty breakfast with a day of demanding activity in mind.
Surfing is synonymous with Honolulu, and its younger sibling, windsurfing, is quickly catching up in popularity. This morning, get your feet wet with a lesson.
The great thing about windsurfing is it's enjoyable and fun at any level. And the learning curve is faster than almost any active sport that I've participated in. And I snow ski and snowboard and water ski and do a lot of different things. And you can do what we're doing, racing around in 50-knot winds and jumping 30-foot waves. Or you can just sail around in a bay, basically using it as a sailboat.
You've been looking at Diamond Head all morning. How about climbing it? The entrance to the crater is at Diamond Head Road. You'll climb 2 staircases and a dark 300-foot tunnel, so bring a flashlight. This site was used as a lookout during World War II and still affords breathtaking vistas of Waikiki.
Such a muscle morning deserves a takeout lunch from Kanakatak, a small hole in the wall serving industrial-strength portions of real Hawaiian food, poi, kalua pig, laulau. It's in Kapahulu, a neighborhood filled with local-style restaurants and shops on the Mauka side of Diamond Head. Great t-shirt, too. Near Kanakatak is Auntie Mary Lou Keikoewa's Na Lima Mili Hulu Noeau, where you can get a walk-in lesson in feather lei making for $5. Or you can purchase one of Auntie's prized feather hat bands, $80 to $1,000. Auntie Mary Lou is a master artist, and this is her daughter, Paulette. Paulette, what is the origin and significance of feather leis?
The origin of the feather lei actually came with the early Hawaiian people as they settled here in Hawaii. The significance is that it was worn as an adornment, the lei around the neck, by the women of Hawaii. They didn't have any precious or semi-precious stones, and this was precious to them because they were done with indigenous birds, endemic birds of this particular land.
After Auntie Mary Lou's, visit the aquarium, the Waikiki, founded in 1904. Recently renovated, the aquarium has 350 species of fish and other coral life on display. Before dinner, indulge in a massage by the sea. Your final evening begins with Mai Tais at Banyan Courtyard in another of Waikiki's oldest hotels, the Sheraton Moana Surfrider. Hawaiian musicians play the kind of music that tugs at your heart while a hula dancer sways.
Hula is life, and it is an expression
of the life of the people who live here in Hawaii. It tells of all the things that surround them, how they feel, the things they love, and all the people that they love.
Dinner tonight is another unique dining experience. La Mer at the Halekulani Hotel, the only five-diamond restaurant in Hawaii, where neoclassic French cuisine is served in quiet Asian elegance.
You can order a la carte or from a set menu. Let the romantic seduction of the South Seas ensnare you one final time. It's always hard to say goodbye to Honolulu. You'll miss waking up to the Dolphin Patrol more than you imagine. But you windsurfed white-haired waves, climbed Diamond Head, and walked in the long shadow of bronze kings and queens. And you will return.
Recommended reading on Honolulu and the Islands are James Michener's classic mega novel, Hawaii, published by Random House, and The Warrior King by Richard Tregaskis, published by Macmillan Publishing. It's a biography of King Kamehameha, quite fascinating and really hard to pronounce. The exploits of Captain Cook, the British explorer, and first European to discover Hawaii are also very interesting. And believe it or not, film-wise, Blue Hawaii with Elvis Presley is worth renting. Great scenes of Hawaii. We'll see you next time for 3 more perfect days.
3 Perfect Days in Honolulu has been brought to you by Visa, MCI, and United Airlines. If you'd like a copy of the Hemispheres magazine article, 3 Perfect Days in Honolulu, call 1-800-248-3204. For a video cassette of 3 Perfect Days in Honolulu, call 1-800-949-8671.